Well, first of all, congratulations on the win, Coach. Shutout at home has to feel pretty good.
Yeah, I thought the guys they earned the way we played. There was a standard kept. I thought had way more intent in our game tonight. We probably have to solve our Friday non-intentfulness to the whole degree of a game, because Saturdays we tend to find our way.
Three pipes before three times hitting iron before you guys got that first goal. Was it starting to get a little nervy there and needed one to go?
Even a conversation with Wardo on the bench was like the scary part is you get looks like that, they hit iron, and the game hasn't really moved the needle. The shots are still pretty even, and you've had your looks, but they didn't cash in. But for the guys' sake, the fact that they were shooting, the fact that they had a little more drive to get to the net, that was a big goal of the night.
Yeah. How happy are you for Haskins to get one on the board there?
No one realizes what, as a coach, when the player doesn't play, it stinks. And you are working daily, religiously with your guys to continue to develop and continue to improve. So when they're cracking the lineup, it's a combination of his hard work. He wanted good on him. I couldn't be happy for the young man to put his nose after it and be rewarded.
So the second goal, Sam Morton breaks his stick. By the time I could look to the bench, Scotty Rideout had the replacement. Did you see him do it? I mean, how did it happen so quick?
Scoots actually pays attention to the game. As a former goalie, this is probably his best chance to get an assist right there. So, it takes a village of people. It really does. And Scoots, Schmitty, Brett, they're unbelievable at what they do every single night. And prime example, that doesn't happen very often, but when they're involved, it's special.
Talk about Scott's impact. He's obviously been here a long time. I know he's got a great way with the guys, and he's kind of got to be a bit of a psychologist at times in terms of dealing with players. But talk about his impact on the program.
Well, the daily impact of Scott Rideout, he deals with multiple personalities. He deals with multiple temperatures of where the season's at. Yet he's got a gate to keep in a one protection and guarding of the players on that side. But then just the ebb and flow of a day, it usually goes through his fingertips in his direction. Whether it's here at home, the struggles on the road when you're traveling, in the logistics, he handles so many things. And you know what? He's been here. He's got Maverick written all over everything he does, and it was another great example of what he is.
Zach Kranick, a guy who I think maybe at the end of last season had as much momentum as any player in the program, and then I know he's got an injury. He's coming back, and he gets a late start to the season, but he got a goal finally. And I thought sometimes you can see a little bit of relief when a guy gets his first one. I thought you saw it from him. You glad for him to get that goose egg off the score sheet.
Awesome, same deal. Like he crosses, he's early, injury in the season. It's a grind to get back to where everyone else is, making strides, and you're trying to catch back up. And I think that part of the season right now is he's actually got back to maybe where he should be after missing all that time. The goal's icing on the cake. His play's been exceptional, and to get it's another reward. I mean, I can't believe it's his first goal. That's how he's been around the net. Just hasn't put it behind the goalie.
Next, Alex Tracy, I think. Maybe will go not talked about enough for his play this weekend. I thought he put together two really strong games, didn't he?
He was just a backbone for a team. I think the moments, the no highs, no lows, you look back, like he had, he made a big save. I know it's 3-0, but he still had to make a huge. Somehow they got to a breakaway mode. He made make a big stop. I just saw it as he just had a lot of winning characteristics to his game, and frankly, he does it quite often in the rants in him and the tandem. They've been unreal, and I thought Trace deserved the weekend.
I know you don't like to look at the standings, but now you're tied at the top with St. Thomas now, 30 points. You've each played the same amount of games, and obviously they're your opponent next weekend. You excited to have some we've talked about how tight the conference is, but we got some playoff type feel hockey coming next weekend. Is that exciting?
It is. I mean, you want to get practicing playing playoff hockey. Oftentimes best teams, they don't limp into the playoffs, so they're playing a great brand of hockey as that approaches. And we're obviously going to have to start early because the foes ahead of us are very strong, very high in the rankings. And St. Thomas, they've had a great go of things, and we've had a great series amongst each other. We got to get back there on the road and take care of business here.
All right, thank you.
Perfect. Thanks, guys.